Ein wunderschön herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Lamplight City. Ja, letzte Folge ging ein bisschen verquer. Also, wir haben zumindest festgestellt, dass wir in einer Art Sackgasse waren. Ich denke, ich habe es jetzt soweit korrigiert und den Fehler, den ich gemacht habe, eingesehen. Ich habe diesen Fehler korrigiert, sprich, ich habe alles nochmal neu gespielt für diesen Fall. Deswegen speichere ich halt so oft. Ne? Man sieht hier die ganzen Safe-Games der einzelnen. Ja, hier, das zum Beispiel war eben halt für ganz am Anfang zwischen Preview-Version und finalen Spiel, da konnte ich dann nachher nicht, deswegen gab es hier die unterschiedlichen Dinge. Tiefluft holen. Wir gehen jetzt in die Opiumhöhle und ich hoffe, dass wir hier irgendwas bewerkstelligen können. Gespeichert habe ich, falls wir irgendwie nochmal hängen bleiben. Das scheint hier ein relativ...
You again? What do you want?
Ich will den Drachen reiten.
I was told this was the place to come if I wanted to ride the dragon?
Oh. Well, why didn't you say so? Please, come in.
Und wenn wir das nämlich nicht haben, glaube ich nämlich, geht es ja auch nicht weiter. So, das sieht cool aus. Das sieht sehr cool aus.
Fancy.
Mhm.
They're really dedicated to their theme in here, aren't they?
Warum auch nicht?
Poor horse. That fellow in the armor must have weighed a ton.
Hat er den gerade fett genannt?
She's not gonna be much help right now. Best not to bother her.
Mhm.
At least they provide their clients with some measure of privacy. Now I see why they call it riding the dragon.
Darius.
Now I see why they call it riding the dragon.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a man by the name of Darius.
Well, look no further. Welcome, friend. Sit, join me.
I'll stand, if that's all right. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Questions are the path to enlightenment. Answers fly by as birds on the breeze. But will a caged bird sing? That is the true question.
Ich hoffe, der Vogel im Käfig
He's as high as
singt.
a kite. This is gonna be worse than pulling teeth.
Are you familiar with a man named Ronan Lespay?
I know many men. Some old, some young, some rich, some poor. Some I know by name, some by face. But this man you speak of, this Ronan, he is unfamiliar to me.
I have a ferrotype. Do you recognize him?
Forgive me, but my eyes are blurry. I cannot make out his features.
Well, he's useless, isn't he? Too bad there's no way to snap him out of it, like there was with Dupre's kid.
Warte mal kurz. Mir fällt gerade was ein.
May
Tschüss.
find peace and happiness.
Ich hoffe, ich komme hier wieder rein. Warte mal. Ich habe was vergessen, glaube ich. Das fiel mir nämlich gerade ein. Moment mal. Ich habe doch noch nicht die finale Beschreibung
Moment of your time.
vom Täter.
I wonder if you could...
Warte mal. Okay.
Thanks for your time.
So, jetzt Sie noch anquatschen. Ich habe doch noch nicht alles gemacht. Also wer den Dialog sehen möchte, der sieht ihn in der letzten Folge. Ne? Sie lässt sich überreden, weil sie hat ein paar Kröten bezahlt und wir bekommen den Hinweis, dass der eine Narbe im Gesicht hat. Ja. Okay, jetzt können wir nochmal zurückgehen. Hoffentlich kommen wir rein. Oh, wir kommen sogar sofort rein. Das ist gut. Und 42. Nee, 43. So. Mann. Das hätte
I
ich
have a
fast
few more questions for you.
vergessen.
I'm listening.
Oh, da kommen wir nämlich hier. Warte mal.
I was wondering if you could tell me whether you saw a certain man at the Raven on election night. He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Lots of people like that go to the Raven. I see loads of them every night. But now that you mention it, I do remember someone like that. He was a strange one.
How so?
I remember one of the times he came in, he was adjusting his hat. I could have sworn when he took it off for just a moment, his hair was bright red.
Rot.
How is that strange, exactly?
Because his beard was jet black. It was the oddest thing I'd seen. Well, it was the oddest thing I'd seen. Until his beard slid halfway down his face.
I see.
Fake-Bart.
Well, thank you for the information.
Wonderful. This testimony is about as useful as a hole in the head. Then again, there might be something to it.
Nee, ich glaube, der ist ein Rothaariger, der sich einen falschen Bart rumgeklemmt hat.
Do you know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven on election night?
Murder? Was it a murder?
Tja.
It was. A man was shot in cold blood.
Ja.
That would explain the commotion, as well as the sound.
So you heard the gunshot?
I did. I thought it might have been one of the voting machines making the noise. But then there were shouts, and people began to run.
Did you see or hear anything before you heard the gunshot?
I seem to remember hearing a man shouting a name.
A name?
Yes. It sounded like Priscilla.
Well, how about that? He's managed to be of some use after all. Assuming he's telling the truth, of course.
And does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Afraid not, young man.
Okay. Ich hoffe nicht Presley, oder?
What can you tell me about the Silent Raven?
Ah, the Raven. My home away from home.
I would have thought that was this place. Unless this one is just the home.
Do you have many friends there? People you speak with often?
Yes, friends. I call them friends anyway, but really, what is a friend?
Tja.
Someone who drinks with you? Someone who shares secrets with you? Are
Vielleicht.
those friends? My father used to tell me that the only two friends you had were your mother and the crown in your pocket. Well, both of those are gone now. So what does that mean for me?
Du hast keine Freunde?
I don't know, sir. I'm just asking about people you speak to at the Raven.
The barmaid, Nicole, she gets mad at me sometimes when I break things. But she's all right.
Mhm. Okay. Ist der singende Tom.
Have you ever conversed with a patron called Singing Tom?
Singing Tom. You mean old Tom Puffin?
I'm not sure. I was just told he was called Singing Tom and was a regular at the Silent Raven.
That's the man. I see him in here all the time.
In here, not just at the Raven?
Tom is a child of the poppy, just as I am. He truly understands the world as it is.
Ach so.
Do you know where I might be able to find him?
Yes, he's the choirmaster at St. Denis Cathedral. That's where he spends his time when he's not here.
You mean to
Chorleiter.
tell me we have to talk to another one of these loonies? Wonderful.
Okay, wir haben noch... hier.
Do you often come to this establishment, Darius?
Oh, yes. This place is better than any doctor or hospital. It has exactly the cure I need.
Cure? For what?
I'm ill, sir. Just as you are. Just as we all are. Infected by a terrible disease known as life.
Speak for yourself.
But spend a few hours in here with the intoxicating nectar of the poppy, and you'll find nothing can defeat you.
Ich werde mal die Wahl nicht
Sir.
ansprechen.
Goodbye.
Warte mal. Entschuldigung, ich wollte nicht klickern. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir haben es bei dem Tierpräparator mitbekommen,
I
dass,
have a few more questions for you.
wenn man
I'm
über die
listening.
Wahl spricht, es hier negative Aspekte geben kann.
So did you manage to get out of here and vote?
Please don't bother me with such trivial matters. Why should I care who leads the government? As long as they don't outlaw places like this, they can do whatever they please.
Aha.
Is this guy ignorant or just apathetic? Yeah, well, I don't know, and I don't care.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, young man. May you find peace and happiness.
Ah, die Mucke ist so theatralisch. Nee, nicht theatralisch, psychedelisch, so rum.
She's not gonna be much help.
Okay. Gut. Priscilla sah ich dazu nur. Und ein Chorleiter. Wir haben hier eine Chor. So, warte mal, Notizen. Rede mit Tom Puffin in St. Denis, in der St. Denis Cathedral. Wir haben die Aussagen. Warte mal, wir gehen mal zur Polizei, weil wir suchen jetzt jemanden.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Ach so, hier war ich auch noch nicht.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about
Probably nothing more than you already know. I suggest you speak.
Okay, das, warte mal.
Arthur?
Das hatte ich auch schon. Könnt ihr in der letzten Folge gucken.
Oh, don't worry about. Well,
So, die Wahl.
I.
So. Wir dürfen den,
Upton, I need you to put out a bulletin. There's someone I need found.
den Fall dürfen wir nicht mit dir
Who's
besprechen.
that?
I don't know his name. I only have a description.
All right, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Could you describe the man's height and build?
He's tall, with a large build.
All right. What color is his hair?
Rot.
I'm certain it's red.
All right. Do you know of any unique details that might make him easier to identify?
Ja, die Narbe auf der linken Backe, vor allem Backe. Wisst ihr, wo eigentlich eine Backe ist? Die Backe ist, ne, Gesäß. Das andere hier, das ist eine Wange. Keine Backe. Eine Backe ist unten.
Yes, he has a scar on his left cheek in the shape of a shepherd's crook.
Good. That will be helpful. All right, I'll put out the bulletin. Give me a moment. All right, the bulletin is out. I'll let you know if...
Was?
Upton? Just got your bulletin.
Hello, Giles. Have you got something for me?
As a matter of fact, I've got someone in the jail fitting your description perfectly.
You don't say.
Yup. Name's Harvey Presser. Got picked up a couple of days ago.
Thank you, Giles. You heard the man, Fordham. You've got yourself someone to interrogate over at Bow Street.
Zu offensichtlich. Viel zu offensichtlich. Aber gut, wir kommen endlich weiter. So, wir gehen aber erstmal dahin.
Now this is one intriguing chest. If only we could search it without arousing any suspicions. Heh, prayer candles? People think lighting one of these is going to solve their problems. If only it were that easy. Also, what happens if they go out? Does that mean your prayer gets canceled? Shh. What? It's an important question.
Hat er recht.
The more I think about it, the more I want to test my theory about prayers being canceled if the candles go out.
Nee, oder? Hat er sich gerade verspielt?
Well, that's all of them. Hope you made a wish.
War jetzt böse?
This angel looks like it would throw its lamp at you as soon as you turned your back on it. This looks like the nicer of the two angels. What a racket. I'm glad you're not a member of this church. Sitting through Sunday Mass would drive me insane.
Vielleicht wird es gar nicht mal so schlecht.
I beg your pardon. Are you Tom Puffin?
I am. How may I help you?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Have I done something wrong?
No, Mr. Puffin. I simply believe you may have some information that I need.
Very well, then.
Ach du Gott. Was ist das hier?
Does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Priscilla? What does that have to do with anything?
The name has come up in my investigation. Is it someone you're acquainted with?
No, it isn't. I don't know anyone by that name.
You certainly seem concerned about her, though.
Glaube ich auch, ne?
What were you doing on election night, Mr. Puffin?
Election night? That was ages ago, wasn't it?
It was 4 nights ago, to be precise.
Oh, you have to understand. I have trouble recalling what I ate for breakfast this morning, let alone what happened 4 nights ago.
Das würde mir zu denken
Well, isn't
geben.
that convenient?
Do try to remember, Mr. Puffin. It's quite important.
Well, I know I voted at my local polling place, the Silent Raven. And then, I'm not sure, actually.
Do you recognize the man in this photo?
Is that? No, never mind.
What is it?
Well, for a moment, I thought it was someone else, but I was clearly mistaken.
So you don't recognize this person, then?
Afraid not. Who is he?
His name is, or rather was, Ronan Lespay.
What? Is he dead?
He is. I'm trying to find out who killed him.
Well, I hope you find your man, Mr. Fordham.
Der ist komisch, der Typ. Der ist sehr komisch.
How did you become choir master of this church?
Oh, well, I studied music at the University of New Bretagne.
Und schießt sich sein
Once
Gehirn
I
weg.
completed my studies, I began writing symphonies in hopes of securing a patron, but I had no luck. So I decided to focus on choral compositions. I sent a few pieces to the bishop, and he offered me the position.
And you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, sir, immensely. I'm able to continue composing songs for our choir, as well as teach music to our young members. I take my church duties very seriously.
What else do you do besides lead the choir?
Just a few things here and there, making sure the aisles and the pews are clean, tending to the prayer
Apropos die
candles, that sort of
Gebetskerzen. Warte mal.
I'll let you resume your practicing, Mr. Puffin.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Bevor ich hier was falsch mache.
Could I have another moment of your time?
Okay.
Yes, I suppose so.
Ach, warte mal.
Do you know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven?
Murder?
Yes, a man was shot. Did you see or hear anything?
I don't remember. I don't think so, no.
How long were you at the Raven that evening?
Not very long, I don't think. I went, voted, stayed for a drink, and then I left.
You recall what you did the rest of the evening?
Not specifically. I probably went home and went to bed, like I always do.
Are you in the habit of using opium, Mr. Puffin?
What? Why would you think that?
I met your friend Darius. He told me you share a pastime.
All right, yes, I do enjoy a visit to the opium den from time to time.
From time to time? More like morning, noon, and night.
Ich
Have
wollte
you
es nicht
found the drug
sagen.
has had any adverse effects? Memory loss, for example.
I
Nein.
admit I'm not quite as quick as I used to be, but without it, I'm in constant pain.
Is that right?
I fell off a horse when I was 15, and ever since then, my back's not been right. Doctors haven't been able to help. Poppy is my only comfort. I wish there were another way.
It might be worth seeking a more professional opinion about the effects of opium.
So, what do you think of the election results?
All right, the election. Who won?
Leroy. He beat Atwood by a significant margin.
Oh, I suppose that's good. I think I may have voted for him.
Oh mein
I'm
Gott.
not sure.
So, Gebetskerzen.
It seems that all the prayer candles have gone out.
Have they? Blast, I keep saying there's a draft, but nobody's done anything about it. Excuse me for a moment, won't you?
Aha.
Let's hope this chest hasn't got squeaky hinges.
Okay. Liebster Ned, dein letzter Brief hat mich vor Freude kichern lassen. Ich kann nicht aufhören, von dem Tag zu träumen, an dem wir endlich unseren Traum verwirklichen und zusammen als Mann und Frau leben können. P. Ich denke, es wäre eine tolle Idee, einen Welpen zu kaufen. Ich denke schon über Namen nach. Was hältst du denn von Wuffi? All meine Liebe. P. Uiuiuiuiui. Hat er genauso wieder angezündet. Guck mal. So, erzähl mal was von P.
Could I have another moment of your time, Mr. Puffin?
Yes, I suppose so.
Do you know anyone named Ned?
Ned? Well, yes, I do. My nephew, Ned Bunkridge.
Your nephew?
Yes, why do you ask?
Where might I find Ned? I'd like to speak with him.
Is everything all right? Ned hasn't gotten into any trouble, has he?
Nein.
I always tell him just because he's training his body, that's no excuse to pick fights.
Aha.
No, he hasn't gotten into any trouble.
Oh, well, he lives in Lyon, at 511 Parkside Terrace.
Right. Thank you for the information. I'll let you resume your practicing, Mr. Puffin.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Wegen Priscilla. Ned Flanders. Interessant. Und er ist durchtrainiert. Wisst ihr, was wir machen? Folgenpäuschen. Nächste Folge haben wir 2 Orte zu besuchen. Einmal hier Ned Flanders, ne? Und im Bow Street Kerker. Da haben wir ja den Gesuchten drin. Ich glaube, das ist so offensichtlich, der Gesuchte, der rothaarige. Das ist irgendwas anderes oder ein Komplize. Ich bin gespannt. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und bis zur nächsten Folge. Euer Firefox.